Soup. So I may mute from time to time so I can have some of my soup. Though arguably it's more of a stew, but it's not like thick, so like soup. It's like took a roast out, stuck it in an automatic pressure cooker, one of the ones you can put on a stovetop. No, not stovetop, countertop. And has like the built-in element, but the separate put it in storage pot and then a pressure lid and all that. So pressure cooked a roast for 8 hours in a beef broth with black pepper and salt. And then when it was done, okay, added some thick cut noodles, like long noodles. Probably millimeter and a half thick at the thinnest, and like 4 millimeters across, and then like long. Threw those in and warmed them up, and like now I've got a bowl with broth and noodles and beef, and I need to try not to knock it into my lap. Because I've already, once in my lifetime, burned off leg skin by dropping soup on my leg. It was not fun. I missed recess for like months because I couldn't get the leg dirty or whatever, which, like, yeah. Started on cages. Eventually need to put in pots, but that also is going to cost me, like, I'm going to be lazy about pots instead of doing it in stages. Like this, it's easy to do in stages because you can reach the top of the chest really easily, but when you're doing the pots, you need to hit the bottom of the pot, and we're going to put them on things like these. We classically do a table out of these. You do like this, and then you do like this, and then like it's too wide for a section. But like the way you have to do the bottom of the pots is you have to get under it, and you have to do things with the top so that you can reach the bottom of it. So like you might have it like this, and then you've got a hole in the floor that you step down into. But if I'm going to do that for a full up to 64 array, not that I think I need that many pots actually ever active, because I think I got away with 32 in my solo season. Especially when you take into account, let's see. When you take into account what you can actually put in botany pots that can grow in this. And like, okay, yeah, if you decided you needed to do like the variety of all the things, you're still left with, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, like even when you then account for like the regular crops and whatnot, even doing like the full variety, 64 is overkill, but they might go burr. And then some. But that's like, yeah, the big thing is like this is the expensive part of it, is having 8 of each of these, because all you need is like one sender. Range is 48 on the sender as well. But it's like, okay, so stack and 8 plus sender, noting that you need not that, you need the blank modules. So like 3 extraordinary plus 1 for each one of the ones you're making. Like, it also eats a lot of Larimar when you do it. And it's an entire router in and of itself. But once you're set up, especially if you take this off of it, or you can void all of it. But I should do some storage setup. Okay. You see, my hope is that I could do the, like, what you call it? Brain is not making words. You. Get out here. Let me try something. This might not work whatsoever. But if it does... Aw. I can't unpack those there. I'm fairly certain I can pull... Nope, can't pulverize either. And now that's stuck back there. Unless I think there's one option. Yoink. Oh, why do you like the Pickering and whatnot so much? Because the Pickering's one of the few things I can use to bypass stupid you can't mine this rules. Because the Pickering do not give away. Anyways. Still don't have anything good to use the 3 on then. Because if I could unpack it and then put it in with like the 3-pack or whatever. Soup. The meat isn't quite as fall apart as I like, but it was also one that sat in the freezer for a while. So that probably dried it out and made it not as effective for working with. Actually, that's the question. Out of curiosity, what am I at? Okay. This is 17 compressions. Out of 23. And that's if, like, I'm not even doing anything with, say, those. Like, that's just that. Like, I'm at level 66. Storage should not be this hard. This is one compression. Okay, a little more Larimar than one compression, but still. I got distracted. I was over here making a limited barrel 2. And when making a limited barrel 2, I need it to be pink. I don't quite have everything linked up to everything else, which means what I need is bunk. Okay. What I need is to go grab the stupid stick, put the filter back before that puts too much of the cage stuff into these boxes. Because I have just turned off all of the cage stuff because it's over here. Yep. Okay. Yoink. Ugh. I wish the barrels had a tag. But the barrels don't have a stupid tag. So I can't tag them. Anyways. One of the requests I made also was to have that compression uncompression recipe brought over that had been used for what you call it, used for the wart box in the past on drawers for the compression and decompression, because it really helps with the farming with that then, because it means you don't have to have a separate wart farm, because you set up a botany pot making these suckers, and like it's just like automatically unpacks it. Anyways. Instead, it's like, okay, what can I do with wart? Because does it even actually comes out of the crops there? And then it's used for the mycelial, red nether bricks. You can compost it. You can crush it back out. You can regular pulverize it. But it's like, it's not even used in the altar, so like, while you're making these stems that you definitely need, you're making a bunch of these that you don't. Once you set up pots and start making these. Soup. I was like, why do I have a tree in my inventory? And then it's like, no, I'm just seeing the tree through my inventory. What else? Like, clearly I need to, like, add something more to that storage. I think probably it's just, upgrade it to a double chest worth, so. Right now it's 16 stacks. If I upgrade it to copper, it becomes 27 stacks per section. Because it's dumb like that. So that effectively is a double chest right there. Limited to two categories. What else? What else did I need to throw in? Some storage. Well, I can do storage. Right, I've got these. This was part of the reason why I was messing around with that, is that's currently 2, 1. Yeah, that's currently in my array, along with arrows. Scusi. Yeah, and I do definitely need to get the pastels and the crystals and the gelatine sorted into the wall before they take up too much of this. Okay, this went here, which means, yeah. I accidentally turned it off just for a little while, and suddenly I got this to deal with. Absolute nonsense. By that I mean, let's double check to make sure it didn't stick them right back. No. Good. Okay. Our pork chops are voiding. Blaze rods are voiding. Not like actively, but we're set up to. Yeah, so like, I'm not going to deal with the modded variants of the Mycelium that's like in the Nether. That gets going nonsense. The box. Like, I don't even really technically need these in storage, but it doesn't hurt for me to do something like this and wander its happy little butt somewhere over here and stick it on the wall eventually. But let's see. Soul soil. That needs a regular. There we go. Now, where in the world did I put that soul soil? Anyways. I think I'll just... Yeah. Nyleums. Something, the debate continues. I don't think... Did those exist as something that the altar requests? Nah. They're chaff. They're chaff that gets generated if you are manually generating the dang mushrooms. Using, like, the bone meal flower farm method. So they get to continue to live here for now. Well, I figure out where in the world I put that soul sand. Soul soil. And then it was amethyst. Which, I should say, wishful. There's sticks in there? Okay. Wishful thinking. Plus standard. I'm going to put gilded blackstone with the valuables. Because why not? Like, that seems appropriate enough. These need a sign at some point. Forgot to craft one for the regular blackstone. blue shulker box I need to use at some point, maybe. In you go. Same with you. Right. Also need nether bricks at some point. In theory. But that's the same kind of thing where, like, wishful thinking makes a compression upgrade out of it. And then blackstone goes up here. But gilded blackstone goes over here. What? Like, I'm also running out of chromatic iron right now. Need to go and do some more farming on that, either with, like, raw vaults or overworld or... like, doesn't even act like a proper, like, brain is not making word. And then we'll stick the deep slates there. Like a, proper logwood. Just make like a stack at a time. If I was at the point where I could say that I've got enough that I could start that, I would. Absolutely. Anyways, nether bricks. And honestly, that means that the deep slate barrel already needs an upgrade for the plain deep slate. Now, calcite. And this is me being wishful. Because that was not in the old drawers. If they stick it in, that is pure and unadulterated extra. It's a strict upgrade at that point. And not even necessarily with a great argument, except for the fact that the limited barrels already are a 3-cost mod as opposed to old drawers are a 1-cost mod. Anyways, I have now waited long enough that I've got the arrows, which was like the big thing that was holding me back from running Vault. Although I also have soup. I was going to have to heal anyways. Anything that can go into the Vault Altar can potentially be visible here. If it's on the system, and I made sure to put anything that is in my current array into the system whenever I see it. At some point, I also need to put down an interface. And copper needs more unpacking, apparently. Because I should have more than enough copper. I just have probably converted all of it into the blocks for storage. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to use spruce supports for the botany pot tables. Yeah, that's a reasonable amount of unpacking. Ah. All right. It's this, 6 of this, bonk. Seal of the Hunter. Wrong table. I'm hungry. Time for soup. I didn't fill up on as many bounties as I could have, right? Definitely not. Because I just remembered, I was like, did I do anything with the bounties? And the answer was no. Okay, so this one, fairly easy, but it can be a bit deceptive because 3 rares on something like Gilded, plus having to roll a lucky saddlebag off some ornate. It's not too bad, but I did actually turn this off. Yep. From there. Oh, this one's like, this felt so much better than the last one because, well, for one, coins are fairly well a given in pirate themes, but also wood. What do I mean by that? Last vault, I was ripping out so much of the edges around the ores, and it's like, no. Meanwhile, this, it's like, look, exact carve out. Exact carve out. There we go. Bonk, 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 bonk. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the hugs. Always glad to know that you guys care. Oh no. Alright. And, like, I need Larry anyways. Like, I'm not going to be fussed about getting some Black Opal too, but, like, I need 2 stacks of Larimar just for the distributors, without counting how much it costs to make the, and then it's almost another stack just to make the bases. So I need 3 stacks, give or take. Anyways, all done with ores. We can move on. Especially because that is, in fact, the amount of ores I needed. Wooden, living. Can't tell whether or not the living secret's active right up there. Gilded? Yeah. Two sackers. Living is not in my recipe today, so while I could do that, probably fairly effectively still, I don't want to focus on it and then fail the vault because I was doing a bunch of extras that I didn't need to. Oh, it's Champion's Domain anyways. I was like, is it Champion's Domain? And the answer is... now it's both. Champion's Domain and Champion's Abode. Get your... anyways. I got a lemon. Shopping. Ooh, chestplate. Cheap mod box. Chestplate. Cheap keepies. I thought one of the crabs was a champion. Was that the one that I just, like, stabbed that was on the fire? Anyways. Get back here! You might have a pug. No. Pants. Why does the crab have pants? Because otherwise it'd be indecent? Anyways. Away you go. You too. For being the pirate theme, I should have gotten coins sooner than this. Coins done. Wooden. Wooden. Board. Gotta move my leg because sitting in a chair with it like tucked in under me is like, that's going to be painful if I don't move it now. Come on, tanks. This way. That's wooden, that's wooden, that's wooden. Come on, tanks. I'll make a sword. Dang. And that's just ores there. That's nothing. Okay. Next room. Absolutely toxic. Especially that jerk. Get your butt down here so I can stab you. Aww. Just an epic sword, not the epic scav search. Bonk. Alright. That was ores, that's wooden. Toxic room is toxic. Gilded is gilded. Like, I think I was one of the ones that put in to have them change the gilded strong boxes to be like the ornate, but they didn't take my full advice. Living still just double-sized chests. Like, you've made barrels now, guys. Alright. If you already have an agreement about what in the world goes in the barrels, that makes the living chest easy to handle. Is this supposed to have chest somewhere? Is this a carved point of interest that rolled 0? It rolled 1. That is a disappointing copy of that point of interest. Anything worthwhile? Oh, full key. Absolutely. Bonk. Oopa! Probably the funniest thing is if I manage to turn it around and immediately crack it somewhere in here. Isn't that the dream? Find and use a key in the same vault. 10 minutes remaining. Ugh. Anyways, like I said, part of it is up to the chance being good. But some of it also is how effectively can I keep finding the points of interest. And right now I am not moving quite as fast as I want, as I should, if I actually want to be finding those points of interest. What was the recipe for the collector or whatever? Jerk. You see, those are the guys that you want thorns for. 100% you want thorns for them. Because they're absolutely plonking at your health and you're trying to figure out where in the world they are, and it's like extra 3 or 4 seconds of processing time spent going, okay, where is this jerk? And then it's like, anyways, treasure, pirates, thank you. Like, did you see how juicy those were? Like, I didn't need to harvest them, but anyways, we have an epic of some sort. No, that's not the epic. That's just the standard coin. Yeah, epic's empty. Dang it. Although I think there is a second epic spot somewhere up in the upper ceiling part. No on the ornate secret down here. Wooden, wooden, wooden. Like, I am enjoying that there's champions, but... Cool. Square vault. Okay. No more messing around. 5 minutes. Wooden. 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 Next room. Next room. What was it that's the shortcut up there? I need to finish at least one or the other before I start using fruit. Living. Gilded. More room. Coins. Absolute maze. There was not the ornate secret down there. Okay. No secret in the wall there. Wooden. All right. I've got lemons. I can use lemons. And one of those helps me progress. This vault, at least. Gilded. Right. Come on. You know you want to give it to me. Coins. Okay. Beloved. So much gilded in this one. And I think that's all the buckets. Dang it. Yeah, that's a no. Dang it. Oh well. Oh, small backpacks are now available. Good to know. Oh well. Uh, I won't say that that was a bad run. I do need to replace my lemons now, but uh, let's leave this out at the moment. And they are right. It does seem that what you call it is quite a bit laggier. Just kind of a bummer. I am not going to say no to 15 mod boxes. That one's bought. That one came off a crab, I think. Holy. Oh. I did end up with a lot of fodder from that. Especially because I got the, what you call it? Paint room. Decent amount went away there. Not all of it, though. Some of it's in there. Alright. That's nonsense, that's nonsense, that's nonsense. Nonsense, nonsense. Nonsense. Nonsense, nonsense. 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 Like, maybe I should make a keyring and add a keyring to my hotbar at some point, but I'm not constantly carrying keys. at this point, I definitely can make another key easily because I put away, what, 5 key pieces? Sure, I bought 2 of them, but like... Alright. This needs to get unshipped. What's my next index? All of that is in system. Pretty much. Okay. 6. Chisel. This goes in here. And anyways, that's all indexed. Smooth sandstone was the pulverizer. So let's see which ones of these go away. Alright, I think... at some point I need to add, like, the energy cells to the, what you call it. But at the same time... second channel. Alright. Disk drives. By the pog. Ooh. 6 size I will. I'm not doing xenium. Not for an oversized. Submit essence. This is a deceptively long one. Even without, or even if you had traps. And we're doing traps. back in you go. And I haven't added Caddis to the main yet, and I've been keeping Pogs in here too. Larry. Larry, 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 Larry. 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 Larry bar. What? 5, 6. Like, we haven't been getting massive durability damage from death, right? That's just from the amount I was having to mine in the vault, right? I might have to go back and check. Pete. Lockable. Item quantity. Ew. I think I just scrap it so let's mark it easy. Feels bad, bro. Especially because, like, I'm not exactly dealing with a huge amount of space. So I think I actually scrapped those. In theory, that, like, once I start scrapping these, it means there's at least probably a couple in the system, or in the bags there, that are worse than either of those were, so automatically qualify as time to scrap them. Alright. Grab the rares, grab the epics. Well, we'll grab the omegas, then we'll grab the epics, then we'll grab the rares. Don't remember these weren't even in the proper slots anyways, so we end up with whatever this is. Alright. Almost busted one repair rare from several levels ago versus Fresh Omega. Probably we can make this good. High resistance, full health, high healing efficiency. I'm not too fussed about CDRs or things like that. Abysmal sword. Pants are going to have a hard time replacing what I've already got. Okay. Armor and crit resist. Armor and crit resist. It's an improvement. Not ideal, but it's an improvement. Anyways. Before I forget. What? Alright. Oh. Okay. You have actually done fairly good for me forgetting to ever put unbreaking on you. No wonder it's getting shredded. A single piece of scrap. Yeah, that tracks for the amount of damage that was on it. Alright. Uncommon time. Okay, none of that appears to be anything worth chasing. Not a single netherite scrap among all that. Living magnet. It would be hard pressed to make it worthwhile. 1.1 reach. Like it tried. Oh, how it tried. Legendary of Armor. Good try. Good try. Alright. But scrap. Like, yeah, this does have unbreaking. Yeah, and I don't think Vault Gear durability resistance works um for tools as well. That feels good. To have that much health. Alright. So they'll just go back into their drawer. Then we've got flesh. Can uncompress it if you don't have a crafting grid available. Okay. Alright. And like I've got iron ores that I still can break down. Not to mention, like, hey, I've got a vanilla tool. I can go ham down in the mines. What's the next rock tell me? Next one tells me I get to put fish in a drawer. Sounds like a prank you pull on somebody at a frat house or something. Oh, I just put a fish in a drawer. Is that why the kitchen smelled like that for a week? Yes. See ya, sucker! Okay, yeah, let's actually go and get that, because why not? Of course, I don't get to deposit it, put it away properly until after the vault. Not without, but some convoluted travel. Yeah, and I did finish this too. Again? Gosh darn it. Alright. Oof. Worse. The black will be fairly automatic. But 8 sherds and a goblet? Mana. That looks like the music hall, so that's living. Yeah, I love this one. Always so much fun. Anyways, everyone's favorite assassin mob in this entire pack right now. The coins. The coins are something for after this run. Living chests are not on my menu again. one shard. Okay. Right, the loop starts up here. Start here. Drop down here. Go here. Stare at this guy. You notice a dungeon up here. Yeah, like. You get the goblet. So now it is just a matter of trying to farm the main things mostly. So like 5 jars from ornate shouldn't be too bad. Anyways, that's room 1, guys. Right. Like, don't even give me soul shards, but it's still funny. Almost have all the jars. Because once I have the jars, it's like I'm looking for the 2 different categories of common rooms. And that's not even guaranteed that I need both types, because one of them leaks into the rooms. Well, the yeah, his poisoning lasts about the same amount of time, no matter what difficulty and no matter what stage. In theory, I probably should also go and buy that belt. 14 gold for something that costs a pog. Alright. I'm absolutely not on pace for the wooden. But given the fact I still have Some more Nate to do. Apparently. I can be a little bit forgiven for Don. Warm soup is now cold soup. Not completely done with it. That's 3 of those. Okay. I haven't done this one's downstairs yet. One of these days I'm going to remember the correct way to get down here every time. Alright. You know, that's not how that works. You can't just kind of call for it. Honestly, the pizza room for like cascading chests is only really like the go-to if you're running like being a hammer wooden. like I'm at least on pace at the moment. At least as far as what it is concerned. Okay. Still doing good on pace. Monk. All right. Azalea bushes. Azalea bushes. All right. Anyways, I love maximum vault reach for stupid things like that. Tempting, guys. Tempting. Ah, beautiful. I hope the antique still counts this properly as a village. Oh, dang it. Why do you like scavs? Because the variability is fun sometimes. Last one, what? I needed one saddlebag to drop, and like it didn't in how many ornates? Sure, it wasn't like a great amount, so like, it wasn't like hard expected or whatever that it should have dropped. Anyways, love the delay on that Y level change break there. Now, do I double back? Or do I antique search? Because I didn't have any of those before this vault. Also remember, player heads and things like that are fastest to break using water because they do not have a tool but can instantly be knocked out with water and otherwise take a second and a half because no tool counts for breaking them. This is useful for knowing for ancient cities as well. Because if you're after the skeleton skulls in the ancient cities, if you're having to, say, run from the warden, it helps if you know, hey, I can get a cheeky one of these if I just put the bucket of water down on it and pick it back up real quick. But my friend at one point, because I had turned on like mob heads, we got a skeleton spawner on the server, and it just, well, you know, you do that, and then like he kept not finding his way to it. I don't know why he had trouble, because we made a big 3 wide stairway straight to it from the surface. It was kind of a given. It was nothing else on that staircase too, and he still was like, I need to put up 100 of these on the ceiling of the diagonal stairwell the whole way. And it's like, sir? Like, there's no variance to the path. Anyways. I think I'm going to be lazy. Turning. Yay. So much easier than that last one. Or dwellers. Not especially small or plentiful there. But it's for Tubium. I need to restock this at some point. Oh. Nope. Nope. Fine. Like I could. That is a decent amount of black chromatic. Not right now. Away you go, mister. Alright. Ooh. Gold and orange. Always good. Anyways, 2 hours. I've done some storage things. And I did a longer one yesterday. So I think I'm just going to call it. Heck. I'll even leave the diluting for next time. well, within reason. I need to add, like, some of this I just need to add to the system. Blank seals should get a slot. Probably I should put a bunch of the capstones into slots like I tend to. Except I know that if you purchase a pylon capstone, or like if you get things from rune bosses, they come with extra tags because they were on the rune thing itself. So those don't necessarily go in drawers great. I need to upgrade some of my stack upgrades on my backpack apparently because I'm starting to get two from things like wooden chests. But that's also because of the village. Right. And I can never read them when they're in there. 3 out of 8. Yeah, and it's from chests in villages that you can get the entwine, which means if you get lucky, you can get essentially a void augment just by going into villages. Bumbo. Ooh, some new things. Need to put that in a slot. All right. Yep, let's wrap that up. Bye.